The golf world has just seen one of the biggest breakups in recent years. And no, I'm not talking about Tiger Wolf and his Nike partnership. Justin Thomas has officially parted ways with his caddy Jim "Bones" Mackay, and that to just days before the 2024 Masters took place. And if the timing wasn't awkward enough, the rumors around this split are making waves on social media. Was it a mutual decision, or did Justin give Bones the boot for greener pastures? And let's not forget the rumors swirling about his father's involvement. Could there be more to this story than meets the eye? Stick around as we ask the real questions and uncover the truth behind this scandal. Welcome back to the Golf Caddy, your ultimate destination for all things golf. But before we do a deep dive into this relationship, we want to hear from you. What's your take on Justin and Jim "Bones" parting ways? Do you think there's any truth to the rumors about Justin's father being the real culprit behind this breakup? Drop your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Justin Thomas is one of the most accomplished American golfers in the last decade and has added multiple PGA Tour titles to his two major wins at the PGA Championship. He was born on April 29, 1993, in Louisville, Kentucky, and his golfing journey began at North Oldham Middle School. But what really set him apart was his incredible talent. Even before he reached his junior year of high school, Thomas made headlines by competing in the Wyndham Championship on the PGA Tour in August 2009. At just 16 years, 3 months, and 24 days old, he became the third youngest player ever to make the cut in a PGA Tour event, showing off his huge potential. And up until April 2024, Thomas had one of the most recognizable caddies in the world on his bag. Jim "Bones" Mackay, who was on Phil Mickelson's bag for 25 years, became Justin Thomas' caddy in 2021. Mackay split with Mickelson in 2017 and began working as a commentator for NBC and the Golf Channel. But he picked up Thomas' bag after the player parted company with his old bagman, Jimmy Johnson. Since then, he's seen Thomas rise to the very top of the game and was on the bag when he won his first PGA Championship crown in 2017. He had also worked for the likes of Nick Price, Adam Scott, and Steve Stricker. Mackay, who first began caddying for Mickelson back in 1992 and won 5 majors in a garlanded stint, is one of the most venerable figures on the PGA Tour. He helped Thomas win his second major, the PGA Championship at Southern Hills, in 2022. When asked after that win why he wanted to team up with Thomas, Mackay said, "Because I really like him. And I think he's got more shots than anybody on the tour. I'm not saying, he's, this or that. I'm saying in his arsenal of shots, he's got more shots than anybody I've seen out here currently. High, low, left, right. Whatever, hands around the green. The guy's really, really good. And I wanted to be around it." By that point, Justin had truly become a golfing sensation. In the 2016-17 PGA Tour season, he absolutely dominated with 5 wins, his first major victory, snatching the FedEx Cup Championship, and even snagging the title of Player of the Year. But that was just the beginning of his vertical takeoff. Skipping ahead to the 2021 Ryder Cup, where Justin proudly represented the U.S. team and helped secure a resounding victory with his stellar performance. In the 2021-22 PGA Tour season, Justin brought in the legendary "Bones" Mackay as his new caddy, adding even more buzz to his already electrifying journey. On May 22, 2022, Justin cemented his status as a golfing icon by clinching his second major and second PGA Championship in a heart-stopping playoff against Zalatoris. It looked like his golfing journey was shaping up to be an epic tale of thrilling victories, jaw-dropping records, and non-stop excitement. But alas, every hero faces their challenges, and for Justin, that came in the form of his abysmal 2023 season. 2024 was shaping up to be a redemption story until on Wednesday, April 3rd, just days before he was set to jet off to Georgia for Masters. Thomas dropped a bombshell on social media. He and Mackay were parting ways after 3 years. The announcement caught many off guard, especially considering the timing and the lack of any hints of trouble brewing in paradise. In his statement, Thomas paid tribute to Mackay and thanked him for all his work, suggesting there hadn't been a personal fallout between them. He wrote, "While incredibly difficult for me to say, Bones and I have parted ways. I'm going to be forever thankful for him joining me in 2021. The things we've been able to accomplish together, the PGA Championship in 2022, the President's Cup, the Ryder Cups were all unforgettable experiences. Both Justin Thomas and Bones Mackay have kept mum about their split. Instead, Thomas has confirmed that he'll be teaming up with Matt Minister for the 2024 season. Butch Harmon, the legendary coach, shared his surprise with Golf Magic, calling it very unusual for Justin to part ways with Bones just 1 week before a major tournament. Harmon mentioned exchanging a few text messages with Mackay, but the caddy didn't offer much insight into the reasons behind the split. "I was shocked at that," Harmon said. "Bones has caddied for JT for a few years now. They've had 2 major championship wins, and he's been with Phil Mickelson for 25 years, so he couldn't understand why one of the best caddies in the game was kicked to the curb this way." Harmon talked to Bones through text, but he didn't really let on what happened or why it happened, so we've got to wait until one of them decides to let us know what the reason is. As you can imagine, the golfing community was taken aback by the news of the split happening just before the first major of the year. It seemed unusual. Typically, such changes would come after a major tournament, not right before. Starting a major championship with a new caddy is quite rare, which added to the surprise. The unexpected timing left the community scratching their heads, setting off a whirlwind of gossip. The juiciest theory: Jim might have just traded in his caddy bib for a broadcaster's mic, feeling ready for a change of pace, since it looks like Bones is now gearing up to lend his voice to the upcoming amateur contest. Josh Carpenter spilled the beans on Twitter, revealing that Mackay would be NBC's on-course reporter for the ANWA this week. But wait, there's more. He even hinted at what a dynamic duo Mackay and John would make as full-time walking reporters. Interestingly, being an on-course reporter isn't new territory for the caddy. Why? Because after spending a whopping 25 years as Phil Mickelson's trusty bagman, Mackay briefly dabbled in golf analysis for NBC before teaming up with Justin Thomas on the greens. My personal favorite theory is that Jim just had enough of hearing the golfer whine and decided to call it quits. The other rumor is that Justin Thomas' longtime swing coach and father are pulling the strings and controlling his son. Thomas isn't just your average golfer, he's a force of nature, with a cocktail of talent, precision, grit, and a competitive nature. But behind every great golfer, there's a secret weapon: his coach and father, Mike Thomas. Mike has been Justin's wingman since day one, molding him into the golfing powerhouse he is today. Together, they've tackled fairways and greens, weathered triumphs and setbacks, and climbed the dizzying heights of the golfing world. But now, whispers are swirling in the media about Justin needing to break free from his father's tight grip and carve out his own path on the golf course. Why, you might ask? Well, Justin's earned himself a reputation as a bit of a daddy's boy. Rumor has it that Mike's been pulling the strings behind the scenes since day one. So naturally, folks are starting to wonder if this split is just another one of Mike's master plans. It's like deja vu all over again, because just last year, he suddenly parted ways with putting coach John Graham. And who was at the center of the controversy? You guessed it, his father. But will Justin seize this recent opportunity to break free from his father's shadow? And what about his new partnership with Matt Minister? Will it lead to greater success? We want to hear your theories. Drop them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want more golfing updates, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe to stay tuned for all the action. Until next time, keep swinging.